the day to the broadcasting company for a program reflecting the International Children's Day of Broadcasting theme, which is annually changed. UNICEF also created its own award that is presented to television and radio broadcasters. And joining me in the studio to discuss the International Children's Day of Broadcasting is a child in the person of Shishe Allah. Welcome to NTA International News.
Thank you.
All right, International Children's Day of Broadcasting is a day broadcasters like the NTA pay more attention to kids' programs. What programs do you children like on television and radio stations across Nigeria and the world?
I think a program for children that I would like is something like Tales by Moonlight, and it shows like the core of our culture, like it shows cultural values, and it also educates us and gives us morals on different things. And also Young Ambassadors, it talks about current affairs. It's like an educational program, and I would like to see more of it in the near future.
Sure, that's quite a wide range of topics there that you have interest in, and that is very encouraging for the future generations. What other children's programs do you want to be on television and radio?
I would like for different television channels to adopt these educational programs because it helps to empower children and build up their moral skills as well as their educational skills, and so it will actually world event recognizes that everyone counts. Back to the newscaster for more details.
All right, Shishe Allah, thanks very much for your time, and we wish you the best going forward. Of course, yes, organizations like the United Nations, UN, actively promote the day with various activities to celebrate everyone's right to live a full life with dignity regardless of age, gender, sexuality, nationality, ethnicity, skin color, height, weight, profession, education, and beliefs. Many countries have laws against discrimination, but it is still a problem in all layers of society in every country of the world. Many countries have and still use discrimination as a way of governing. The symbol for Zero Discrimination Day is the butterfly, widely used by people to share their stories and photos as a way to end discrimination and work towards positive transformation. All right, on to her health matters now. And the Minister of Health, Dr. Osage Ehanire, has debunked the rumor going around that the coronavirus patients being quarantined escaped, as well as the alleged escape of the driver from the hospital. In an interview on NTA's Weekend File, the minister said the health officials in the country are on top of the situation.
Sensational stories going around. Most of all these stories are not true. Some of them are probably hyped up. But it is best to follow the information coming from official sources. There's no truth in his alleged escape attempt. Not as far as I've been told here. I'm in Lagos presently to see the situation for myself, and there was nothing like that. Yeah, in the first place, you know that this is a new virus. They call it a novel virus, and frantic attempts are going on all over the world by scientists to understand the virus. The genome has been revealed. Genetic sequencing was done long ago. So the question now is to find a vaccine that will take care of it. But one of the requests I had made of the Chinese ambassador when he came to visit is to send us a treatment protocol that they have used, because they have cured several people, I would say some thousands of people they have cured. And they have shared their treatment protocol with us. It is with our Nigeria Center for Disease Control. As you know, Nigeria also participated in the World Health Organization mission to China to take a deeper look, a deep dive into the nature of this coronavirus, and the learnings from there have been very useful. Science is going to use the learnings to develop the further understanding of the virus.
In the meantime, to check the spread of the coronavirus in Nigeria, the Cross River State government is leaving nothing to chance with the enforcement of regular screening of passengers at the airport, seaport and other entry points into the state. Paul Abel gives us an update.
Airport, Calabar, to screen passengers on arrival, just like the airplane which just arrived from Lagos with some foreign passengers.
We have checked them, their temperature is still low. However, remember there's an incubation period of 14 days, and so we want to be able to follow up on them to be sure that they didn't come in with the COVID-19.
The Cross River State government, in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Health, World Health Organization, as well as other stakeholders, has already put in place 2 quarantine facilities and other machineries to contain the disease in case it is detected.
Surveillance notification officers were trained by the World Health Organizations on how best they can manage samples and manage suspected cases and deliver them to the isolation center.
The health team also visited the Calabar Port of Nigerian Ports Authority, where the officer in charge of the port health services intimated the team on the procedures taken to ensure passengers on board vessels are properly screened before disembarking. Though land borders are equally given attention, emphasis is placed on airports due to the speed travelers cover within a short time.
From all indications, the state government has put in place the necessary mechanism to ensure that the disease, coronavirus, COVID-19, is prevented. From the Margaret Ekwe International.
And the chairman, main organizing committee, MOC, for the National Sports Festival and permanent secretary, Ministry of Sports and Youth Development, Gabriel Aduda, has allayed fears that the 20th edition of the National Sports Festival will be postponed due to the record of COVID-19, otherwise known as coronavirus, in the country. The MOC allayed the fears after inspecting the State Infectious Disease Isolation Center mapped out to quarantine suspected infectious disease patients in Benin. Elizabeth Omoko reports that the State Deputy Governor, Philip Shebu, took the committee on the tour of the facility.
The Sports Festival counts down with 11,500 athletes and 5,000 officials expected to participate. The state government is concerned with the health of Nigerians, hence the Edo State Infectious Disease Isolation Center, designed in the case of outbreak of coronavirus. Mr. Aduda is impressed with the preparedness of the state in all ramifications.
As you can see, it is actually far away from the main hospital. See that the facility itself and everything in it was built for purposes like this. So it goes to show how very ready the state is. And then we from the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports are extremely excited that all these measures have been taken into cognizance.
For the Deputy Governor, Philip Shebu, the state is prepared to deal with any emergency as it hosts the nation.
You have to put all mechanisms in place to make sure that their safety is guaranteed, not only for security, also for their health. And don't forget that we in Edo State, we already have measures to deal with viruses like that of coronavirus.
The National Sports Festival, tagged Edo 2020, is scheduled for March 22nd to April 1st in Benin. Elizabeth Omoko, NTA News.
And remaining with the coronavirus matter, the All Progressives Congress has commended the proactive work and coordination carried out by the Federal Ministry of Health, National Center for Disease Control, the Lagos and Ogun State governments, along with other health institutions, personnel and states following the report of Nigeria's first case of coronavirus. The party, in a statement by its National Publicity Secretary, Lanre Issa Onilu, says the feat of discovering the country's first case within 24 hours and result of tests within 4 hours is a pointer to the capacity of this government to manage and deal with the outbreak, a feat recognized and commended by the World Health Organization at a news conference for an update on the global outbreak. The APC added that in managing outbreaks such as the coronavirus, transparent and effective communication are key, and the government has demonstrated this in no uncertain ways through delivery of up-to-date and timely information on developments, measures being taken and progress made. The party called on all Nigerians to ignore people seeking to create panic through fake news. The statement added that among other treatment successes being recorded in cases of coronavirus is that China has shared its treatment procedure of the virus with Nigeria, as disclosed by the Health Minister, Dr. Osagie Ehanire. The way the Ebola was handled was exemplary. The party therefore calls on Nigerians to remain upbeat and confident that this too will be another good outing for the people. And remaining with health matters, Minister of Environment Dr. Mohammed Mahmoud Abubakar has flagged off a comprehensive environmental response to curtail Lassa fever and other emerging health challenges in the country. Suleiman Abdullahi Rigachikun reports that the initiative was flagged off in Rigasa, Kaduna State.
Recently, there were reported cases of Lassa fever in Rigasa, a densely populated suburb of Kaduna metropolis. This informed the choice of Rigasa for the flag-off of the National Environmental Response Campaign.